Hey YouTube, this is Elle and welcome to my channel, 4B Naturally. Today I'm coming to you with an emergency state of address. This is not going to be a hair video, so as you can see my hair is not done. So I don't even have makeup on, I'm looking horrible. That's how much of an emergency this is that I need to come to you. So I want to come to you today to talk about all of this planking and slavery talk. I just watched another video on YouTube where they're saying that planking is related to African slavery. And what I want to say about that is it seems that everyone is quoting from a particular website, and no one mentions the website name, but I'm going to tell you what it is. It's right here. It's called CourtneyLove.com. And apparently on this website there's some reference to slave planks or wait, let me look, y'all. She refers to a plank collar, and she talks about how the slaves were transported on these ships and they were planked to the ship. First of all, I want to say, if you only use the internet and Wikipedia as your sources of information, you are really doing yourself a disservice. Wikipedia and the internet are not reliable sources of information. Second of all, if you look at the pictures on this very website of the slave ships, you will clearly see that none of the slaves were laying face down with their hands behind them or out to the sides the way planking is done. And you will see that they were all lying face up with their hands chained in front of them. So that kind of right there, if you look closely at the pictures, dispels that myth. I've also had the opportunity to go to a African American History Museum in Houston when I lived there, and they actually have built replicas of a lot of the things that you saw on the slave ship. And on the slave ship, on the upper levels, slaves were packed in and they were in sitting positions. On the lower levels, they were laying face down, and face up, I'm sorry. And I actually saw some other diagrams where they were laying head to toe. So like one person was laying this way and this was their head, and the other person was lying this way. But it wasn't in the same position as planking. If you think about it, someone said in one of their videos that the slaves were planked to the side of the ship, that there were shackles and they were planked to the side of the ship. If you think about that, that does not even make a lot of sense transportation wise, and to be able to get the most number of people into an area, that would not really make sense or be practical to plank someone to the side of a ship. So the other thing is that this Courtney Love refers to a plank collar, and I saw a video where someone read this and they just gave a big sigh. But if you look at her source is Savages of Gore is where she got this from. Now, if you go and look up Gore, or you look up Gorean slaves, you will find out that Gore and Gorean slaves are a mystical, or whatever you want to call it, creation. These slaves did not exist. These were a fantasy in a man's mind. It's a series of books that a gentleman wrote about this perfect Gorean world. And Gorean slaves have no bearing or no association with the African slave trade. As a matter of fact, Gorean slaves, and I guess I'm going to end up telling y'all my business. No, I'm not, y'all. But Gorean slaves are related more closely to the BDSM community. And if you don't know what BDSM is, that's that kinky bondage stuff. And if you've heard of those kind of slaves, well, that's what the Gorean slaves are more closely related to, is a BDSM type of lifestyle: bondage, domination, submission, and sadomasochism, if you're wondering what BDSM stands for. But so this source of information on planking and slavery is not reliable. I encourage you to go and do your own research and find out the truth before you make decisions and before you go running off with information that you find on the internet. As I said, it does not appear that these sources are reliable. The source for the plank collar definitely is not reliable because it's based on fictional stories about a place called Gore. So that's all I wanted to say. I just want to, I don't want our people to be running around being misinformed, and it's like we're always looking for something. It's like we're always looking for something to point the finger at and say, you're making fun of us, or you're disrespecting us, you owe us our respect. We went through some horrible things in slavery, and no one should forget about the things that happened to African Americans during slavery. But at the same time, we can't live our lives blaming slavery for everything that happens to us in this world. And this is not even something that's happening to us. This is a trend, this is a fad, this is something that people are doing for fun. And as far as I can see, planking and slavery have no relation. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully next time I'll come back with a hair video. But thanks for watching, and thank you for being beautiful. Oh, I'm not editing this either, so y'all just have to bear with me. Thank you for being beautiful. Bye-bye.